everyone, welcome to Tianjin Tandian. I am my sister. At the beginning of last year, Chery launched a Fengyun A8. After nearly a year of market testing, the sales data is actually not very outstanding, especially in the past 6 months. More than 2,000 units were sold. Even if it surged at the end of December last year, the sales volume was only more than 5,000 units. However, Chery has made timely changes and launched the new Fengyun A8L based on market feedback. Hearing the name, everyone's first reaction is Chery's upgrade to increase space and make a long-term model? But after looking at the parameters, we found that the length of the car is only 1 cm longer than that of the Fengyun A8, and the wheelbase has not changed. Its L is actually reflected in the longer battery life. From the 127 kilometers CRPC standard for all Fengyun A8 series, the pure electric signal mileage has changed to 2 versions, 70 kilometers of battery life and 145 kilometers. Today we will see if the new Fengyun A8L can surpass the Fengyun A8 and whether it has made a breakthrough in sales. The Fengyun A8L1, introduced on December 24th, came out with 2 models offering a 70 kilometers battery life and 3 models featuring a 145 kilometers battery life. Know the price range is 10.99 million to 14.99. If you enjoy the replacement subsidy of 20,000 yuan, you will not be able to enjoy the direct cash discount of 10,000 yuan. Friends who want to buy it can make corresponding choices according to their own circumstances. The appearance changes are still great. The middle grille on the front face. With the grille and headlights, many friends say it looks like an Audi or a Mondeo. But in fact, there is still a difference when seeing the real car, especially after the headlights are lit. The layering becomes more obvious. Compared with Fengyun A8, in addition to its black appearance, the front face of other color styles has also made a contrasting color matching. The wheelbase is 2790, which is 40 mm or even 70 mm longer than some self-owned brands of the same class cars. The polygonal taillights under both sides of Fengyun A8 are cancelled at the rear of the car, and through-type taillights are used. ABL's head and tail have been greatly changed, and the overall design style is becoming more and more complete. It is the Fengyun A8. It used to be 2 double-connected pavilions, but now it has been changed into 2 independent screens, the instrument panel and the central control. The previous design would have thick black edges around the 2 screens, but now it looks cleaner and neater. The large area of wood grain veneer on Fengyun A8 has been cancelled. The solid color interior and chrome-plated true consoles, gear handle and knob have been cancelled, and a row of neat physical buttons have been replaced. When the cover is opened, there are 2 cup holders and eye boxes inside, which is a flat plane, which not only achieves a double-layer storage space, but also makes it more refreshing in the world. Internally, various changes create a calmer style. Heating and ventilation for front seats are only on subtop and top configurations. The 10.25-inch central control bottle shows 145 kilometers on the 70-kilometer battery life board. Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8155 chip powers the car's OS with good voice and control feedback. All systems support CarPlay and Huawei's HiCar. The 145-kilometer battery life board also supports CarLink. From the configuration of the front row and the car alone, we can see that the main model of Fengyun A8 this time is several high-end models with a 145-kilometer battery life, which is actually Chery's old tradition. Even a relatively low-price model doesn't want to exchange low prices for sales. Now let's adjust the driver's seat to see how its rear space performs. The rear space leg is still nearly an arm's length away from the front. The padding is extremely thick and the design elevates the angle to support our thighs. The floor over the middle is nearly flat, eliminating the need to wrap the top of the legs in the middle. The overall comfort of the rear row remains intact. Despite having a 1.5T engine, the 70-kilometer battery version boasts 102 horsepower, while the 145-kilometer battery version delivers 156 horsepower. The engine operates based on the maximum horsepower of Fengyun A8's 156 horsepower rating. 2 versions have been launched, giving everyone more flexible choices. In terms of chassis, the independent candidate upgraded to multi-link in the 145-kilometer endurance version is quite different from the torquey candidate of the 10-kilometer endurance version of Fengyun A87. The handling and stability are improved by an order of magnitude compared with the 75-kilometer endurance plate of Fengyun A8. The battery capacity of the 70-kilometer endurance version is 9.525 degrees. Chery A8L impressively set a Guinness World Record with full fuel and charge, challenging the 2,500 kilometers mark to showcase itself. Regarding battery life, it has the capability for reverse renewal. Among similar motorcycles, its power is in the upper middle class and the battery life is notably robust. So which one to choose? Does the configuration suit better? First of all, we will not recommend the two models with a 70-kilometer range here, because in the same price range, the two versions of the Chery Fengyun A8L with lower configurations are difficult to dominate in terms of car engine and driving hardware. If you pursue for battery life, it is better to take advantage of the discount and buy the Fengyun A8 with a 127-kilometer range. Among the long-range versions, it is recommended that everyone choose the 145-kilometer comfort model. Newly upgraded independent candidates include sunroof seats, heating and ventilation, heated and auto-folding exterior rear-view mirrors, and other practical features not available in the standard model with a battery life of 145 kilometers. The top model, costing 20,000 yen more, adds features like L2 level assisted driving, wireless charging, and a Bluetooth key. However, with a price near 140,000 yen, it's worth considering a mid-size car. AL's original advantage in space has become less competitive in front of mid-size cars. So how would you choose the Fengyun A8L? Let's chat together in the comment area. This is all the content of this episode. If you want to see any affordable, good cars, new cars, and hot cars, follow us. See you in the next episode.